Hello, beautiful people. Hi, welcome you to another tutorial. My name is Pant. So, I hope you guys are doing great. I want to say thank you so much for all my subscribers. Thank you for supporting me, and I still need more support. So, please, if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe, and remember also to turn your notification bells on so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be the first to get notified. Okay, so let's get down to work for today. Today I'm going to show you how to use the patterns that we have created in my previous video to make a beautiful short trouser pants. Okay, so in my previous video, you need to watch it. First, I did a video on how to take a proper measurement for a pants trousers, okay, which is actually the basis of it all. Then another video I did how to create a short trouser pants, as in two different methods actually for you to make a choice from. Okay, and like I also said in those videos that those two different methods are easy, okay, for you to understand, but it does depend on your choice. The one you want to use is fine. Okay, then I also did a video on how to make a waistband, the band for the trouser pants, in two different ways actually. I also did that of two different ways with creating a pocket pattern for the pants and also a front zip fly. Yes, but for today's tutorial, the patterns we created actually for the waistband was going to be, we are going to do it in form of sewing the zipper by the side. Okay, so for today's tutorial, we're going to be cutting out the patterns, making the short pants with a zipper by the side. Okay, but I'm going to do another tutorial. Okay, this time around, I'll be showing you how to put in the front zip fly. I'll do another tutorial for that. But for today's tutorial, we're cutting this pattern with the waistband that will be putting in the way that we'll be putting the zipper by the side. Okay, so let's just get down to it. Now, these are the patterns that we created. This for the two, the front and the back pattern. This for the waistband, and this for the pocket pattern. And I'm going to be making use of this beautiful African print. Okay, so getting started. I already mapped out a piece that I'm going to be using to cut this out. Okay, um, for clarification purpose, making this pants you need say about a yard and 1.5 yards. That's 1.5 yards of fabric to do this. Okay, ordinarily a yard should have been enough, but because of the bands and the pockets, you need a 1.5 yards to be enough. Okay, for that. So now I have this fabric folded like this. I'm just going to take my front pattern, this one, place it on it like so. I would like to pin this down so that it will be properly firm. The next thing is to cut our piece out. Okay. In this pattern, we added every allowance that we needed to work with. So I'm not adding any other extra allowance now. Everything has been included here in the pattern. Of course, you create your own pattern with your own measurements. You can always reduce it whenever you want to cut. You can always reduce and add. That is the essence of making a pattern. So we are done cutting out the front piece. As you can see. So I'm just going to set this aside so that we can cut out the back piece. pin this down so. And I'll cut. And we are done for the back piece as well. Okay, so the next thing I'll be cutting out now is the band. This is the pattern for the band. Remember, I spread like this for the full measurement. The waist I'm working with is 38. This is the band with an extra inch and it's on fold this way. So I have my fabric. I'm going to cut this out. This is actually folded. I'll be cutting out two pieces for this band because one I'm going to be using to turn it to the other side. So I have two pieces. I'm going to cut out the two. Depends on what you have. Fold your fabric in a rectangular form in such a way that it can accommodate it like so, like what you have here now. I'll just pin this down as well. So I'll cut now. I have to move this backward. I have to put it in such a way that it will match with this unfold part because this side is unfold. So now I can cut. I'm also adding a little bit of allowance, just half an inch allowance here, just to totally be on the safe side, so that by the time I join my pants, if there's going to be any excess, I can always trim it out. And here we have it for the bag, two-piece. So what I'm going to be doing here, I'm going to be ironing a light interfacing on one of it. Then I'll just use the other one to turn it. So when I'm turning it, I'll be facing it right side facing each other. I'll sew on this part. I'm going to sew half an inch all the way, then turn it to the other side, and then this is the part we're going to sew to the pant. Then this one for the pocket pattern, what I actually have here, what I was creating the pattern, this is 11, but the length of the pocket I'm working with is 14. Okay, 11 is too small for me, so I need 14. So I have my pocket. So I have two pieces actually on fold. Okay, for the two side pockets. So I'm cutting it out together. So I have my pattern. Like I said, it's the good thing about the pattern. If you want to increase it, all you need to do is just to add an extra into the at the points where you want to increase. Okay. So let me just pull this down to here. Please, in order to understand how we created this, both the waistband and the pattern, please watch the video on how I created this. When you do, you will find it very easy. Okay, so I'm just going to add extra inch here, 1.5 inch to this part. So all I do is just to increase the length and follow this same way. And that is it for the pocket pattern, the two piece here. Okay, so remember the pattern, we created a side here. This is the cup where the hand is going to pass through. And I said the distance we use here has to also correspond with what will be on the fabric. So the next thing we're going to do now is to join this piece together. Here is the back piece, the band, here's the front piece, and of course the pocket button. Now I'm going to start with the front piece, because the front piece is actually where um, much work needs to be done. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to put in my pocket here. Okay, now, like I said, this is one of the pieces. We're going to start with the one side. From this point here, I'm just going to mark about 2 inch or 2.5. Oops, my sharp is not here. Okay, use this. Let's say about 2.5 inch. It's okay at this point. 2.5 inch. Then I'll come down here in length. I'll mark, say, about 6.5 or 7 inches. Let's go with 7 inches, okay, which is what we did in the pattern. Okay, this is how it was created actually, depending on what you want. So the next thing I will do now is to just trace it out, just like you have it on the pattern here. Okay, I'm just going to trace this out like so. So now that we have the pockets traced out already, Okay, you might need to want to take notes. You can see now that the curve area and that of the crotch, they are looking alike. So just be very careful so that you don't go missing up. Okay, okay. Although it's obvious because of the length, but still again take note of that. So now that we have the curve, the pocket curve, then the pocket pattern that we have cut out now. Okay, now I'm just going to take the pocket pattern, fold it like so. We are folding the front folding it in such a way that the front side are facing each other, as you can see, like this. Place it on the back of the pocket. Can you see this now? So now that you have placed it, this is the front side of the pocket, and you are seeing the back side of the pocket here. But if you open it, you are seeing the front side. So this one now is the one you are going to cut out. So you're just going to place it like this. You are not cutting everything together. Please take note. You're only taking up this one that is showing the back side. You're just going to use it to trace out this pocket curve that you have cut out. Okay. Make sure it's properly aligned. Then I'll just pick it up. Be careful, only this one. Okay, so this is it. Ouch. Okay, so now that we have it like this, you can see the next thing I'm going to do now is to take this curve this time around now. The right side of this curve will be facing the right side of the main part. Put it like this and sew half an inch this way. I will demonstrate using a pin. So I've pinned the 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 pocket now. The right side of the pocket facing the right side of the pants. You can see you're just going to sew half an inch like this. When you're done, the next thing you will do now is just to, after sewing, you notch it because it's curved, so you need to notch it. When you're done, you flip it to the other side. You flip it to the other side. You can see me doing, and rearrange it so that you can place the pocket properly. Can you see this? From here now, the pocket has been formed. You can see this. But that's not all. After that, now you need to lock up this part, this edge part. As you see me doing with a pin, you lock it up, this part. Then also, before you hold this part, you flip your pant to this side. Then you need to sew under it. Sew. Demonstrating this using a pin now. Just sew about half an inch. So you're just going to sew like this from this edge here and stop at this point. Are you seeing it? Okay. When you are done with that, then you can weave these edges. Okay. After that, all you need to do is to put back your pants this time around. You can now lock up here properly. Are you seeing this, guys? So automatically you formed your pockets. Okay, formed your pockets. This is how the back side will look, and this is the front side. And this is it, guys. I hope you understand that. So when you're done with this, the same thing you do here, you're also going to do for the other side. Okay. So now that I have formed the pockets, the two pockets, as you can see, the next thing I'm going to do now is to take these two front piece, join them together at the crotch length, like so. Join it together, sew half an inch away from the away, not totally to the end, but say half inch towards the end of the crotch. Just sew half. So guys, I'm done sewing the pockets. As you can see now, I've done, and also on the other side. And the crotch for the front, I sewed it, as you can see, half inch, stopped half inch away towards the end of the crotch. So the front piece is ready. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do now is to take my back piece, one of my back piece. I will take the side, place it on this side, the side where the pocket is. Take the side of the back piece, place it there, as you can see, and run through half an inch from up to down. I'll demonstrate this with a pin. As you can see, then I'm also going to do the same thing to the other side. Take the side as well, place it also, and sew half an inch the same way. Then when I'm done with that, I'll flip it open like this, and sew. This time around, I'm not going to sew the down part, that's the hem part. At this point, I will hem it at the down part. Remember, we left 2 inch for hemming on the down part, so just map out that 2 inch, okay, like so, all through. Then fold half an inch first, then sew. This is what I'm going to do straight down. Come back and to show you the next step. So guys, I'm done joining the sides, this side and also the other side. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to take the back crotch, fold it into two like this, where I have the back crotch, like so, spread it open, okay. Also take note, I've also inserted the back dart. Remember how we took our dart, folded the back piece into two, got the center, then sewed 4 inch downwards, okay. So I've put the dart too. So placing it, spreading it this way, having the back crotch on this side, this is where we'll be taking our final measurement from. So from here, from the point where I've sewn here, I'll start taking the waist measurement, which is 38 divided by 2, 19. So I have 19 here. Then the hip measurement, which is 44 divided by 2, 11. Divided by 2 is 22 here. That's mark here. Okay, so I'm going to sew from here like so, all the way to this point, to half inch before the end of the crotch line. Let me demonstrate with a pin. You can see this. So when we are done with this, we can now spread it open like this. Spread it open so you can now join the flap. Okay, so spreading it open like this, then you can take the flap measurement. So the round nail measurement and the round nail measurement I'm working was 22. I divided by 2, 11. So here I'll just mark 11. Okay, So I'm just going to take it. Then on this flap line, remember was 26 divided by 2, 13. So here, okay, so I'm just going to take it this way, all the way, and the same thing I'm also going to do on the other side. Okay, and that will be it. Then when we are done with that, I'll now fix the band. Let me go finish this one. So guys, I'm done sewing the flap and the nail. As you can see, the edges have been folded and I've given it a good press. And the pant is almost ready. Okay, this is looking beautiful already. So the next thing and the final stage now is to put our band. Okay, and like I said earlier on, our band is going to be by the side, depending on where you want it to be, on the right side, on the left side, your choice. So I'm going to be putting it on this side, this side. So all I do now is just to open up this stitch to about I don't know, 7 to 8 inches. Okay, just open it down on one side. So I'll have to flip it to the back side so that I can loosen up the stitch. So as you can see, I've opened the side about 7 inch here. You can still go down a bit. I'll always can always sew it back as well. So now that I have this place opened up, the next thing I'll do now, that means you only have one side covered up. So this is the side I will start attaching my band from. Okay, this was what I was trying to explain when I was doing the pattern cutting. So this is my band. I know this is much longer than what I have, which is good. It's always good to have excess and trim off. I'll just fold it into two. Remember, I applied interfacing on both sides actually, because it's very light interfacing, so I applied it on both sides. And as you can see, I sewed it about half an inch, turned it to the other side, neatly pressed. So I have this down part to work with. I'm just going to fold it into two so that I can get the center. Notch the center like so. This center here now is where I'll start attaching from the side, one side of the pants, which is covered up. So I'll place it here, matching the side, and I'll start sewing half inch all the way till I get to this point. So what I'm going to do now is just to sew it all through half an inch. Okay, remember that was the allowance we left. And when I'm done with that, I'll have it. The band will be in place like so, as you can see. Then the next thing now is to start putting in the zipper. So by the side that we have opened, we just match it up. As you can see, match it up like this. The same thing to this other side. So this opening here now, from the band to the 7 to 8 inches we left downwards, or you can even increase it, depends on how you want, but let it not be too down. Okay, 7 to 8 inches is okay. So I'm just gonna attach my zip. to it. Okay, I'll just attach my zip to it. Wherever I stop, then I'll close it up, and that will be it. So I'll just go and finish it up, fix the zipper, and come back to show you the finished look of this pants. Okay, so guys, and the short pant is ready. This is so beautiful. Don't mind the fittings because the person putting this on is much bigger than the mannequin. Even so, this looks so nice. I love this. I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, share, and subscribe to my channel. See you on the next video, guys. Bye.